Alright, it's my review for Romeo and Juliet, and long story short, this movie is just a gigantic mishmash of nonsense. Alright? I had no idea what the hell was going on in this movie. And I think a lot of that really stems from the big issue that I have with Shakespeare. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a fan of Shakespeare. I know plenty of people that are, and that's their own thing. But, it's not for me. I completely understand that. But when I saw this movie was coming up, and, it's in modern times, I figured, alright, maybe I'll actually get into this. Maybe it'll be bad. Except they made it modern times, but they didn't change the language at all. They didn't change the grammar. It's still like 12th century stuff. Which, means I don't get what the hell is going on the entire time. Uh, I guess and that's really my biggest gripe. If you're going to make the movie setting in modern times, make the grammar modern times too. All right, you just it'll just make a lot more sense if people will actually understand what's going on. All right, and to be honest, I would actually prefer if the inverse of this movie happened, which is it's set in the olden days, but the grammar is updated to modern times. So the audience knows what's going on. And really, this whole setting and everything, it made no, they're in like gang times, and apparently all gang members wear tacky Hawaiian shirts and carry guns created by sword. Just so stupid how they had to write that in. How, oh wait, the gun maker is named Sword. Get so they can say swords. And outside of that, it's not a memorable movie. I mean, you have Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. You know, Leo's alright, I guess, but at times it seems like he's going over the top. Claire Danes, she's just forgettable in this movie. You can put anybody else in that spot, it would be the exact same movie. And the story itself, like I said, it's the classic tragedy movie. You know, everybody knows the story of Romeo and Juliet. Two kids from rival families meet unexpectedly and fall in love before they find out where they're from. And, that's basically the only reason I knew what was going on in this movie was because I already knew the story of Romeo and Juliet. Like, if this is somebody who's watching this movie for the first time, doesn't know anything about Shakespeare, don't know how that would happen, but it's possible, they would be totally confused and just completely lost. I mean, come on. All in all, this just doesn't. I don't see how this appeals to anyone. I mean, if you're a Shakespeare fan, you're probably going to be upset that they changed it to modern settings. If you want to see a more modern version, you're probably going to get lost by the grammar and the language that they use. If you want to watch Romeo and Juliet, just watch the 1968 version instead. At least it stays true to the whole Shakespeare thing and the setting. But this movie is just a complete waste of time. I feel bad. I could have spent those 2 hours doing something much more productive with my life. And now that's gone.